Hello. So, as you know, this Sunday is something special in the church. We are going to be celebrating Pentecost. So, in light of that, we are going to be making another DIY, which would be a crown of fire. And as you can tell, this is the crown of fire. So I'm going to show you how to make it, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so right now we are going to be moving on into our material section. So what you're going to need is a pencil, some scissors, some construction paper, whatever color strips you want to use of construction paper. I'm going to go ahead and be using blue since it's what I use for this. And you're also gonna need like little layouts of like little fire, as you can tell from this. And then you're going to be needing these colors, which is red, yellow, white, and orange, which is gonna be used for the fire. Okay, so here are my different colors, as I mentioned before previously: red, yellow, white, and orange. And of course, with your help of your parents, you're gonna want to make these little like fire-like papers. And what you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to trace them in the paper. If you have trouble doing it, of course, go ahead and ask your parents as well for help. And after you finish tracing them, what you're going to need to do is you're going to go ahead and need to cut them. So if you also need help with the scissors, ask so, please, because I don't want you to cut your fingers or anything like that. And you're going to go ahead and cut it. Then after you finish cutting the product, it should look something like this. It will be using different colors. As you can tell, the red is the first one, and then the orange, and then the yellow one, and then the white one. And that's it for the fire. Okay, so something I forgot to mention previously was that I took some pictures of how it was traced into the paper. So in the next video, a slide portion, you will get to see how it was traced. Okay, so with these strips, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to cut the strips from your construction paper, since the crown might be too big. I'm using 2 just because the measurement of the head for me right now. So after you cut them and you know it's the right size for you, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and measure it from here to here, and then you're going to go ahead and need a glue. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open the glue, and you're going to go ahead and stick this side here, and then glue it from here. And you're going to repeat the same thing for this side. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. Put glue here. And then stick it again here. And that's the base of the crown. Okay, so now that we have the base of a crown made, and we have our little fire set already here, the pieces of our fire, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to stick the fire into the crown. So we are going to start assembling it. So what we're going to do is get the biggest piece, which is the red. and we're going to glue it here like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it. And now I'm just pasting it. I'm putting my glue on the paper, on the construction paper. And now I'm just going to paste it here. And this is the first piece or layer, and we're going to go ahead and repeat all this part until we get to the last one. So I'll see you in a bit.
A few moments later.
Okay, so now I'm in my final piece of the fire, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it. And this is how it's looking right now, and that is it for the crown. Okay, so as you can tell, as I said before, this is our final project. I believe that it's a pretty simple crown of fire to do, and I thought it was a fun activity. So I hope that you liked this DIY, and thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
On the day of Pentecost, all the believers were meeting together in one place. Suddenly, there was a sound from heaven like the roaring of a mighty windstorm, and it filled the house where they were sitting. Then what looked like flames or tongues of fire appeared and settled on each of them. And everyone present was filled with the Holy Spirit and began speaking in other languages as the Holy Spirit gave them this ability. At that time, there were devout Jews from every nation living in Jerusalem, and when they heard the loud noise, everyone came running. They were bewildered to hear their own languages being spoken by the believers. They were completely amazed. "How can this be?" they exclaimed. "These people are all from Galilee, and yet we hear them speaking in our own native languages, and we all hear these people speaking in our own languages about the wonderful things God has done." They stood there, amazed and perplexed. "What can this mean?" they asked each other. But others in the crowd ridiculed them, saying, "They're just drunk, that's all." Then Peter stepped forward with the 11 other apostles and shouted to the crowd, "Listen! Listen carefully, all of you fellow Jews and residents of Jerusalem. Make no mistake about this. These people are not drunk as some of you are assuming. 9 o'clock in the morning is much too early for that. No, what you see was predicted long ago by the prophet Joel. In the last days, God says, I will pour out my Spirit upon all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams. In those days, I will pour out my Spirit, even on my servants, men and women alike, and they will prophesy, and I will cause wonders in the heavens above, and signs on the earth below, blood, and fire, and clouds of smoke. The sun will become dark, and the moon will turn blood red before that great and glorious day of the Lord arrives. But everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved.